Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to episode number 32 of our Islanders GM mode. So, in last episode, we did the draft, and then we also did the resign stage. John Tavares almost left our organization because he wanted more money, only just to stay with us. He wanted to win now. He didn't think our team was capable of doing that. So, so we managed to get him back at like $10.5 million for 4 years. But now we're up here at free agency, maybe looking for a player to add to our team because we have a lot of playmakers, so I might need to trade away somebody and pick up some snipers. There's probably some available. I haven't actually scouted it yet, so Pacioretty's a power forward. That would be nice, but we don't have, like, he's a first line forward probably. Yeah, he's a first liner. And we already have our first line spot taken. Some good defensemen. Victor Rask, playmaker, no thank you. Lowry, two-way. Kadri, playmaker. Yaskin is a sniper. That might not be too bad, but he's actually listed as a second line forward, so. There's also Derek Brassard, playmaker, Stepan, playmaker, a lot of playmakers again. Teravainen's a playmaker as well. Holy shit. Let's see. Burakovsky's one of these guys that I was thinking of, but I don't know. He's listed as a second line forward and only an 83 overall, so I don't know about that. And the rest of these guys are like bottom 6 kind of guys. Well, I guess we could sort by potential and see if there's any good potential prospects down there. So there's a left winger sniper actually too, medium top 6, but he's 25. He was part of the 2017 draft. He was drafted by the Pittsburgh Penguins. He's probably not going to grow much more though, is the only thing, because of his age. There's also Brendan Perlini, who's won't grow probably because of his age much. And then there's R. Hintz, who also he probably won't grow much either. So I don't know that any of those guys would be good for us. Any other snipers in the low top 6 variety? Vitaly Abramov. But Abramov's still kind of young. This guy's 22. Oh, look, there's that Rammer guy from the draft. He hasn't grown into be much though. First round pick by Tampa Bay. What was it I'm gonna look at? I have Blake Spears. Seen some of these guys before. Brendan Carlo as well. A lot of these guys are pretty young. Like this Hadar guy is actually 22, so he could still potentially grow. But low top 6 guys don't grow that much, I think. B. Lemieux, that's Brendan Lemieux, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what we should go after here at free agency. Like, maybe a sniper of some sort, but we have pretty good lines already. Like, I might not change anything too much, but let's just see. Sort by, what is it? By overall, that's what I wanted to do. Wow, there's a 49 overall in the free agency. That's like the lowest I've seen. Right wing enforcer, undrafted, 4th line forward, 20 years of age, medium AHL top 6 forward. That guy's pretty funny. Don't know if he'll even grow, but he's listed even as a 4th line forward. So putting a 49 on an NHL team, that would be kind of weird. Let's see. There's some good players here at the free agency. It's just I don't know if any of them are well suited for our team. Like Tolusti's a sniper, 3rd line scoring. He would be more of a depth guy, but we already have some good depth. So, I might make a trade and see if we could free up a spot on the team. Like, let's just look at our contracts for a second. See what we do need. I was doing this beforehand, but I can't remember if there was anything we did need. So, we'll go to main roster starting off. So, centerman. So, our center core, 94, 84. And an 84 again, 83. So I think though Velarde might grow, and then Barzal might stay the same. So we might have Velarde as our second line center. So that might be fine. Our center core, which means Lindholm might be one of these kind of guys we trade, because we were using Lindholm as a centerman. There's our left wingers. We were using Beauvillier actually as a left winger as well instead of Lawton. And let's see. So yeah, Lindholm might be one of those kind of guys we trade. Because we have 2 good right wingers other than that, but we'd have to pick up maybe another right winger. Yeah, that's what we could do. Maybe we could trade Lindholm and pick up a right winger. So let's just see if there's any teams interested in Lindholm, or we could check the trading block and stuff first too. And then, yeah, if we can't really make any transactions and stuff, we might just leave the team as last season's and that sort of thing. But we should probably pick up somebody to help with a good playoff run, because we're probably going to make the playoffs, I'd assume, this year. See, Jeff Skinner is a left wing sniper. That would be pretty nice. He's listed as a first line forward, though that's the only problem. And the duration on his contract, 5 years left. I don't know if he's gonna play to 35. So, Dubinsky and Green, no thank you. Wilm and Parks, 2 prospects, but no thank you. Well, wait a sec. Parks has actually got low trade value. Don't need him though. I don't think he'll turn out to be much. Nobody there. Darcy Kemper is in LA, I guess. He's not dropped off though, so that's our former goalie. Lackey, that guy's decent. Let's see. Sylvester and Corneo, yeah, the 2 goaltenders. Left wing playmaker, no thank you. Right wing sniper, bottom 6 sniper. It's not bad, but 70 overall only, so he might be AHL though. That's the only problem. Stahlberg and Malkin. Malkin's got 2 years left on his deal. If he had 1 year left, I'd maybe sign him as the second line center instead of Lindholm, because they're both 87s playmakers. And yeah, but Lindholm's a lot younger, so we'd keep Lindholm over him. Vlasic. A lot of these veteran guys. Vlasic's only got 1 year left on his deal, though, too, so some more picks. A lot of picks, actually. Just picks for the last few teams. So, I guess let's just go propose trade and see if we could find a team that is interested in Elias Lindholm, which is probably everybody, pretty much. Yeah, it's a lot of teams. We would want to trade him to the West for sure. That's one of the things, though, because, yeah, then we wouldn't play against him unless it's the Stanley Cup final. San Jose, St. Louis. I don't want to trade him to a St. Louis Dynasty kind of team already. Vancouver. Let's just check Vancouver, see if they have a centerman that we could take. That's like a center sniper or something instead. Bo Horvat. No, he's pretty much the exact same type of thing. Kuleshov, that guy's not gonna grow much yet, so it doesn't look like Vancouver's got anything interesting. Washington, even though they're in our conference, I think, yeah, our division. Backstrom and Kuznetsov. Backstrom's a playmaker though, and he's probably got an outstanding contract, like a long one. 3 years at 5.8, yeah, no thanks. And Burakovsky's got a 5-year deal. Or not Burakovsky, Kuznetsov's got a 5-year deal. He's 35. He'd be nice still because, he's a playmaker as well. I thought he would be a sniper. Well, I guess not. Okay, never mind. Let's just check the other teams. Anaheim. Ricard Raquel. He's a bit older. Another playmaker, though. Julius Natanen. This guy's only a top 9 forward. 2-way forward. Granlund. Marcus Granlund and things. Doesn't look like anybody really in Anaheim. Arizona. Oh yeah, some guy commented on my video recently. Two Socks Gaming, shout out to you, bro. He said to go after Dylan Strome, but the thing is, if we want to go after Dylan Strome, we'd probably have to trade John Tavares straight up for him, and maybe even more than that, because as you can see, he's a 96 overall now. He's a playmaker though too, but he's a 96 overall at 25 years of age, full trade value, and he's making like $8.5 million. He's actually only got 1 year left, So maybe we sign him at free agency next year. Like maybe we free up a lot of cap space and sign him next year. I don't know. But yeah, for now, definitely not gonna trade for him. Our Wild, he was the 6th overall pick. This guy. So this guy's probably gonna still grow. He's only a two-way though. He's not a sniper. As we need more snipers, I think, over anything. As we have a lot of playmakers, we should just get a sniper. So then that way we could like pass the puck to the snipers and they could get goals for us. Boston, even though they're in the Eastern Conference, Rasmussen. Oh yeah, there's that guy from way back in the first year's draft. He hasn't grown out to be much yet, so nobody huge in Boston. Buffalo, Jack Eichel, medium franchise playmaker apparently. O'Reilly, yeah, I don't think we could get any of those guys. Columbus, Wenberg, no, they don't actually have a good center core there. Damn. Dallas, this is where Casey Cizikas is, actually, if I forgot to tell you guys that. Cizikas signed there, and Bailey signed with Boston, I believe. Tyler Seguin, he's a playmaker as well. I don't know why all these guys are playmakers. Cody Eakin, no. And Bennett's actually there too. Interesting. Another playmaker though. Detroit. Dylan Larkin is listed as a whatever. Anyways. Pan. Okay, this guy. Wow. 87 power forward, and he's a second line center. He's a third round pick by Detroit. He's 24 years of age and 87, but I don't know if we could even take on a contract like that. That would be a nice replacement. Well, if we did trade Lindholm, we could probably, I don't know if that would even go through, probably. Ooh, that looks actually kind of close. But Lindholm's only got 1 year left. We'd be paying another $1 million. Have a center that could grow into a great center, but we don't really need. We actually should look for a winger. Yeah, that's what I meant to look for, is a right winger on these teams. And we need to sort by overall. Wow, yeah, look at that. Detroit's got shit right wingers. Who else? Edmonton. Eberle. Older though. Right wing sniper. He might be perfect fit. 32 years of age. How many years left? 1 year left at 4.8. Yeah, let's go after Jordan Eberle for the right wing. Edmonton would be over the salary cap. Apparently by just a bit, actually. So, let's see. Let's retain a bit of salary. Or we could... Yeah, let's just retain a tiny bit of salary. See if that puts it through. How much do I have to over the maximum league salary cap? What if we retained $1 million, which is actually kind of a lot? I don't understand why this wouldn't go through. Edmonton salary. We want Edmonton salary. Let's just see if we can get him still over. I don't even know how much I'd have to go. Let's just go to the max and see if we can. Near Kylander salary, we'd be over salary cap that way, I guess. Yeah, we're actually really close to the salary cap. I just realized. Damn. But that would be a good deal to do. Let's see if we could add in some, or what is it? Take some salary back. Let's see, is there anybody who's got over $1 million contract who's probably dropping off? Holt? He's 103. High age on top of 6'4". This guy might be. Yeah, let's see if we could take him back. There you go. Now they'd be under. But now we have to add in maybe a pick to it. Let's see, draft picks. Yeah, Lindholm's a lot younger, but I don't think we need him because he's a center. We right wing sniper instead. It's the same overall. So yeah, that might go through. Let's try. Projected too far off. Okay, so we might have to make that our second. I don't want to do it for this coming year, just in case we don't make it, but I think we might win a cup soon. So yeah, let's just throw in our second and see if this goes through. This isn't sufficient at all. Well, we're not giving up our first. What if we gave up a second and a third? Edmonton's hopeful and we're hopeful, but yeah, let's try that. Yes, there you go. A done deal. So Lindholm, a second and a third for next year to the Edmonton Oilers in exchange for Jordan Eberle and D. Holt. Some decent things. We've got morale changes for trading a quality player, but we had to get rid of him because we have too much playmakers and centers. Now we have a new sniper for our team, and that's Jordan Eberle for 1 year. Maybe he'll come back next season as well. I don't know. But so we have some player morale to deal with, and then I don't think we're signing anybody in free agency. Much cap space, so we'll sim to the start of the season, and the season will be in next episode, I guess, or maybe a bit of this episode. I don't know. So David Savard's not happy that we traded away Elias Lindholm. He likes demanding still, so that's good. And Dawson Holt, see, this is the other guy. He's a high AHL top 6 forward, so he might play just in our AHL. But let's see if he likes demanding. I don't know, impact. And being traded is a big change. That'll make you proud of your choice. And see if he likes it. Oh, he was not affected by the comp approach. So, but yeah, I think Jordan Eberle is a good fit, at least for now. I'll see how it is at the start of the season. Okay, so let's just sim to the start of the season. Yeah, let's just sim to the start of the season, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, guys, we are back. So, up at the start of the preseason, so let's just edit our lines. Because there might be some players that aren't supposed to be in the minors that are. Oh, I know there's not. Julian Gauthier, those put in the minors. That's interesting. I don't know if I want Gauthier in the minors. Maybe we can leave him down there. It's just because Dominic Holt, this guy, is better. Okay, yeah, I'll just leave it the same for now, I think. Because Gauthier hasn't done really much up in the NHL, and he hasn't really grown at all, so let's just leave it like that. And let's edit our lines. So, who's scratched that shouldn't be? Beauvillier should be in the lineup. And Sundstrom shouldn't be there. He should be a depth kind of guy. We could put in a Holt guy just because I want to see if that guy grows to be anything, because he was just an extra to throw into the deal with for Eberle. So, and yeah, all these guys could be depth, but yeah, they might complain. Like Stenlund's getting to the point where he's going to be wanting to be traded, I think. So, but okay, so here's our lineups. Let's see, wait a sec. Let's just edit her up a bit. Okay, yeah, we might have ran into a bit of a problem. I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's what we could do. Okay, so here's a look at our lines, guys. So we got Michael Dalcoli on the first line, obviously with Tavares and Hosang. Jordan Eberle dropped a bit, but at least only 1 year, so maybe he could help us for a cup run. He might retire soon. And then Strome and Prince. So you got 2 snipers and a playmaker now on that second line instead of a bunch of playmakers, I think. And then up here, yeah, it's the 2 playmakers and a sniper. And then third line, you got Velarde. Even though he's listed as a second line forward, I don't know if he's going to complain about ice time. I might give him more power play time, but You got 2 playmakers and a power forward, so I don't know if that's even going to do anything. We also got a sniper with a 2-way and a playmaker down on that 4th line. Oh yeah, Melker Carlson's faceoffs aren't that good, so let's move Melker Carlson actually over and have Beauvillier as our centerman. He's actually got 84 faceoffs, so that's really nice. So we'll leave that like that. Defensively, Grellinger's up to an 85. So Grellinger, and he's listed as a top 4 defenseman, and Scanlon is listed as top 6. So Savard with Pulock said it's an 87 and 88. It's pretty nice. 87 and an 85. So Grellinger's continuing to grow. That's going to be good. That's what his stats look like now, if you guys want to pause the video. And then we have Wotherspoon with Scandella. Goaltending, we have Soderstrom and Ullmark. So both 83s. I'm surprised Soderstrom dropped off after a good season last year. So, and then scratch people, we have Stenlund, Sundstrom, and Lawton. All forwards, but whatever. AHL wise, let's give some of our AHL guys time, because I know some of them probably are scratched. So Schofield, yeah, we want him to play. Andronov doesn't necessarily need to play. Like Koivula, and he's not going to turn out to be anything actually. And 4 could be scratched. Yeah, that's good. Center wise, Staples. There's Welsh, one of our guys from the draft before. So yeah, all those center guys I think are in. Yeah, that's good. And right wingers, Carlos Grimes, Levo, and Julian Gauthier is playing down there as well. Yep, that's good. So the AHL looks like that. Defensively, Scatcherd hasn't grown much, and Van de Sompel. Tarasov is actually up to a 79, but doesn't look like he's going to be a part of our team. Saranen still is 75 only. Anybody who's scratched that shouldn't be down for defensemen. Oh yeah, Hirakawa, Darby, those guys I want to get in the lineup. So LeBlanc, you're getting scratched. And we're going to put Austin Darby, I think his name is. Yeah, Austin Darby. And in Quinville, we're going to get scratched as well, because these guys actually have potential. And in Hirakawa. So defensive defenseman and offensive defenseman. Another offensive defenseman, another one. We actually have a lot of offensive defensemen in this organization. And goaltending, I'm going to scratch Leon Arnold's and put in McMillan, and then I'm going to scratch Ronald Holt and put Gallant. Actually up to a 78. This is a medium fringe server, so that's actually pretty good. And then McMillan is our backup. He's up to a 74 to start off the season, so that's pretty nice. And then scratches all these guys. They're all depth kind of guys for our AHL team. So, in comparison to last season, I don't know if we look better on paper, but we'll see how that works out. So, yeah, let's just sim the preseason and check our player stats at the end. And then we will get the season started in the next episode. So, just because this episode is probably running a little long, unless when I cut out certain parts that it's not that bad. So, you know what? Let's just slow sim our first home preseason. Or right now, let's just do our first preseason game and see if any certain player stands out in the preseason. So, first period, Grellinger, nice. And Velarde and Carlson, so that's good as well. And 3-0 shutout in the first preseason game. Nice. Okay, yeah, let's just sim the rest of these preseason games and see if there's any outstanding players that might need to be moved up lines or down lines, that sort of thing. Scouting assignment, let's go to... Everybody looks like almost an A-. Is there any prospects in the rest of the world this morning? No, nope. Okay, yeah, let's just go back to OHL to start it off. And yeah, forwards, 5 weeks. Game against Columbus in the preseason is a shootout loss. There's a win over the Rangers against Washington. Draft class is weaker than normal. There's a regulation loss against Washington, but it's preseason, so it doesn't matter really. Win against Carolina, win against Flyers, and against Pittsburgh is another win. So we had a really good preseason, which means we may not have a good season. We went 5-1-1 in the 7 games, which was one of the best other than Columbus, who went 4-0-3. So let's just check a look at our player stats, or take a look at our player stats, not check a look. So John Tavares, 12 points in 7 games, 3 goals, 9 assists. Really good for him. Matthew Barzal, 9-7. That's great. Velarde, 8-7. Hosing, 8-7. Eberle, 7-7. So Eberle is coming to be pretty good with us so far. Dalcoli, 7-7. Prince, 6-7. Tkachuk, 5-7. Pilok, 3 only. Strome only had 2 assists, so maybe we move Strome down the road too. Wilderspoon 2, Carlson 1, Beauvillier 1, Leddy 1, Grellinger 1, Scandal. All our defensemen pretty much won. And goaltending, let's just see. So Ullmark actually was very good in that preseason. They both split the games. Ullmark 1.25 goals against average in 4 games. He won 3 games. Only allowed 4 goals in those games. 955 save percentage. While Soderstrom went 2-1-1 with a 2.58 goals against average and an 892 save percentage. So he didn't play as good. But both of them got shutouts. So I don't know if who's going to be our starter. Still probably Soderstrom. But that's that. So yeah. Yeah, that's probably going to do it, I think. Let's just get it simmed up to the start of that season. You know what, let's just do the first game of the season, and then we'll call it the end. So, because I just want to see how our team plays for the first game of the season, which is against the Edmonton Oilers in Edmonton, who are actually 1-0 already. And our AHL team, let's slow some in just in case McMillan's in net. I don't think he would be, but let's just see. So AHL team, and it's Gallon in that. So AHL team is gonna lose badly for the game. And Stutzel was in that for their. That's funny. That's our former goalie from the Ullmark trade, Christian Stutzel, playing against his former team. Well, he actually didn't even play with us, so that's kind of funny. So yeah, don't worry about the HL, I guess, at the moment. But eventually we'll look and watch like McMillan's first game, maybe, or yeah, watch like the third period or something of McMillan's first game, just because he's a. But anyways, here's the first game of the season, and then we'll call it an episode right there. So first period, and it's 1-0 us. Grellinger gets his first of the season, so that's a good goal from the point. Second period, Hosang gets us a 2-0 lead, but then Nail Yakupov pulls Edmonton with him 1. So Jordan Eberle then actually and Lindholm are playing their former teams in the first game of the season. That's kind of funny. I didn't, even though we were going to go up against Edmonton for the first game. So third period underway. Good penalty kill. Power play. Nope. Shots are around even still. So hold down the fort, guys. Hold down the fort. Even though it's only the first game of the season, it's kind of important to get our legs going. That's our idea. And we managed to win 2-1 in the first game of the season. So good defensive game too. So Grellinger to and Hosang from Dalcoli and Soderstrom actually got picked up an assist. So there's the 3 stars. So there you go. So it looks like if that keeps up, we're gonna have a good defensive / winning season. So anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. So in next episode, we'll continue the season simulation and see how we do. And yeah, thanks guys for watching. See you guys next time.